How's it going, everybody? I am Donut, and I'm here with...
Thermite.
We fucked up, the last episode. Our actual reaction to it, it must have hit a button on the keyboard or something that stopped the reaction or something, because we have, us starting to talk and then it just stops in its end, so. Sorry about that. Briefly, you gave the episode a 4 out of 5. I gave the episode a 4 out of 5. You said your favorite joke was Pip and the helmet. It was Pip and not Chef constantly not giving Pip the helmet, and he just constantly going out there and getting his head bashed in. My favorite joke was the joke of Stan and his dog, telling him "Hey, Sparky, shake. Sparky, sit down. Sparky, stop being gay. Stop being gay." We talked about just the themes of the homosexuality becoming more talked about in public at the time, and people actually being glad that media was portraying it in that way. Both with South Park and with Simpsons, both were nominated for an Emmy, and Simpsons actually won it, but that episode was nominated for an Emmy. We talked about Big Gay Al being a prominent gay figure at the time. The Out magazine even listed him in 1998's top 100 prominent gay figures, gay and lesbian figures. He was the only fictional one on the list.
Yeah, that is so wild.
But just him being an icon and not being the normal gay guy, the person who is oh, it's okay to be gay, even, you wouldn't know someone's gay, they can just be like anybody else, but actually having this very flamboyant, person that was demonstrating that kind of gay culture too, was really nice. Yeah, I think that's about all we need to really talk about for that episode.
Yeah, it was a big episode, a really good episode.
It was a really good episode. It sucks that we lost our reaction to it. But, hey, we got 20 plus seasons. By the time we catch up, it'll probably be fucking 30 seasons. So, you know what? One episode out of 30 of them, even though it was a pretty big one, it was Big Gay Al, Big Gay boat ride, but we'll see Big Gay Al again in the future. Don't you worry. We'll see Big Gay Al again.
Oh boy, I want Big Gay Al.
Oh yeah, and the George Clooney being the voice of Sparky the dog. I gotta mention that. That is, I still love that as... getting George Clooney and fucking having a voice a dog.
Also, first appearance of Jesus.
Oh yes, Jesus. But we didn't talk about that in the discussion at all either.
Yeah.
But yes, Jesus lives in South Park. I love that. Yeah, he lives in South Park, but all he can get is a cable access program. And yeah, the Jesus starting to talk about his opinions on homosexuality,
and then
gets cut off.
Yeah.
Media won't let him. All right, let's get into this actual episode. This episode is An Elephant Makes Love to a Pig.
Hey.
They actually originally wanted to call this episode An Elephant Fucks a Pig, but they would not let them for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Also, I think that's just a funnier title.
I do think An Elephant Makes Love to a Pig is funnier. I believe they've also said, in retrospect, they were glad they weren't allowed, because makes love is just a funnier term.
Yeah.
But, alright, let's get into it.
Alright.
Okay.
We do know it's canon. He looked like that when he was a child, so I guess that makes sense.
That's just what his DNA looks like from birth to death.
Oh boy. What an episode.
Oh, what a fucking episode. So, rate the episode out of 5.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The out of 5 scale is actually a rough scale to do. It's a pretty small scale.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of room for movement. So yeah, I'll go...
I mean, we could do 0.5s.
We could. But I feel like 0.5s are pointless. At that point, why not just do a scale out of 10?
Consistency.
But no, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I generally think we're probably going to come to the same conclusion on our rating of the episode, but we'll still do them separately until we... there's probably going to be one episode where it's just we're both really disagreeing on. But yeah, I'd give this episode also a 3 out of 5. I think it's about average.
Okay.
What was your favorite joke in the episode?
Definitely, if you see this 8-year-old child, kill him.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same one. That is golden.
Oh, it's perfect.
Not only, if you see this 8-year-old child, kill him and burn his corpse.
Jesus.
Oh wait, hold on, I'm on the wrong episode.
Oh no, spoilers.
Oh yeah, so everything revolving around Shelley this episode is based off of Trey Parker's real sister, including his real sister's name is even Shelley.
Oh wow.
But yeah, everything around it, from just being beaten up by his sister to telling his sister, "I'm your brother, you're my sister, and I love you," just being beaten up worse. To the having fantasies of being able to have another version of himself that was bigger, that would beat up his sister. And even like the end thing of like, but his sister would, stick up for him when times got really bad or whatever.
Right.
When he was actually in trouble. But yeah, so that was all based around his real life there.
Okay.
God, his phone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I assume you get the whole reference with Dr. What is it, Mephisto.
Oh, is that his name?
I think they said it, but I'm not sure if they actually did or not.
Okay.
But yeah, the genetic guy.
Yeah, he's a Dr. Moreau reference.
Yeah. Also, all of the things that he made, like all of the non-4S things, were actual sketches that Trey Parker did in like school. Like,
okay.
High school, middle school. Yeah, all
that's really cool.
Weird ass things, pictures and things. For the reception of this episode, one of the big things is people saying like just the title alone is like it shows the creativity of South Park.
Yeah.
One of the quotes was, "Suffice it to say, there ain't much on the air like it." Many people thought that was actually the real shit, what did it say his name was? I didn't write it down.
Elton John?
Elton John, yes. I just wrote down John. I couldn't remember that. Singing because his impression was so accurate, Trey Parker's. Which I wrote that down, then we watched the episode, and I thought, no, not at all accurate.
I mean, late 90s was a different time.
True, but...
It was a better impression in the 90s.
I wrote that down specifically because I was like, okay, damn, he must have done a pretty good impression, and then... No.
Also, interesting 1-2 punch with Big Al, and then this.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the stuff with like the aftermath on the town and whenever Stan got beaten up and stuff. All of, like the smudge marks on them were them like smudging their fingerprints all over the characters.
Okay.
To get that look.
Yeah, because the smudges did look really good.
Yeah. Which I'm actually not sure how they. Like, I never really thought about how the computer animation works, but I guess they do have to take the pictures and use those pictures as assets in the computer editing. Whereas other stuff is just done in computer editing and not like an actual picture of paper that they're manipulating.
Right. Or like, depending on how advanced it was at the time, they could have just made a smudge like on paper and then pasted it onto the assets.
Maybe. Because like in the future episodes, I do know that it is all digital, but like this, when I know that it's not actual stop motion anymore, but it might be digital stop motion still. I've never really thought about that. But where they're, they still have to take the paper cutouts and they've taken a picture of each of the mouths, and so they just have that digitally and they can just do it all that way.
Yeah.
Instead of having to hand put it in each time, which is why it took 3 months. But because a lot of this still does look like where I'm like, I'm really impressed by how cardboard or how paper or something looks, and now I'm just realizing like, oh, this is, it never clicked with me that this is probably still them just scanning in paper stuff.
Right.
Which I'm not sure when they stopped doing that, interestingly enough. So the characters, do you know, you said none of their voice actors, right?
Not at all.
Do you know any, like, okay, I don't know why I'm trying to say it, but all of the characters, let me go back to the credits here and see if it's if this episode is the same. They had one more. I probably for somebody else. Who would have been the other one? But yeah, normally every episode is just Trey Parker, Matt Stone voicing almost every single character in the entire series.
Okay.
And then I don't know which of these two it is. I want to say it's Shannon Cassidy. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I want to say it's Shannon Cassidy, who voices a lot of the females in the show.
Okay.
But yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone both voice almost every single character in the show.
Wow.
Like, Rick and Morty has, you know, the Justin Roiland voices most of the characters, and that is one person voicing most of the characters. But yeah, this is like two people voicing almost every single character. Like Rick and Morty is still plenty.
Yeah.
They have guest appearances constantly, which I guess is fine here. But I think most of the time they only have a guest voice actor when they're playing themselves.
Right.
Whereas Rick and Morty has them playing fictional characters and stuff. But yeah, I always find it impressive how much of the cast is just them.
Yeah, I would not have guessed.
Especially these early episodes. Like, yeah, before it's usually just the three people. And if there's not really a prominent... Like, they voiced some of the girls too, so... I don't remember which ones. And I couldn't tell you which characters they voiced, to be fair.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a few that I know, but most of them haven't been introduced yet.
That's super impressive.
Like, all the characters that I know who voices them are usually because I've seen a video of them doing that voice.
Okay.
So I you know, can visualize who it is. But I don't think I'd be able to tell you just based off their voices. I'm not that big of a fan or anything.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this episode. What would you say were like the themes brought up this episode?
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
I want to say genetic engineering, but not really.
I mean, I'd say it was brought up, like, you know, the ideas of what could go wrong. It was all played in a very comedic way.
Right.
But I would say that's another thing where, like, they brought it up but didn't take a stance.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a backdrop for something to play with.
Yeah.
Where the domestic violence was, again, not like a stance taken on it or anything, but just, like, bringing up, you know, the nobody really care. The idea of not just domestic violence, but, like, it being a sibling violence, you know, the toxic masculinity of, like, oh, it's your sister, you know, don't be a pussy, just,
right.
you know, just fight her back, or, you know, Cartman said the whole episode, like, well, a woman said this to me, I'd say, rah, 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 rah. Yeah, I think that was also a great goof of Cartman constantly saying that, and then immediately followed by a woman shutting him down. Yeah, I guess I don't have anything else to say about this episode.
Yeah.
Pretty good episode. Pretty average. We'll see you guys for the next episode. If you want to see that early, you can get it early access $4 a month on the Patreon. You can and check it out in the description below. Until next time, get the fuck out of here. Did it record?
Oh boy.
Did